My people, I want us to remember something. There was a statement I made some couple of months ago, and I still want to remind us about that statement, which says, and I quote, that while the Fulanis are taking time to attack or to invade Biafra land, is they are still waiting for the required number of Biafrans to be deported back to Biafra land before they can attack, because they don't want a situation whereby when they attack us, the population of Igbos outside Biafra land will be more than the ones they are going to get in Biafra land. Why do I say so? Look at the war that is coming now. The Lagos state government have declared war against the Igbos, against the Biafrans, telling them to go. They are not needed in Nigeria because Lagos is part of Nigeria. So let us stop these regional sentiments. If Yorubas say Igbo should go from Lagos, it means that the one part of Nigeria are telling the other side of Nigeria, which is the Biafrans, to go. And these same Biafrans, the one that decided to be on their own before this forceful amalgamation and also the genocide they perpetrated in Biafra land to keep us one Nigeria. Full list. See all 176 estates Lagos government declared illegal. My brother, if you go to Lagos State, anywhere Yorubas are living, even if the house have dilapidated to the extent of falling down, Lagos State government does not care. But if that house is being owned by an external body, which is the Igbos, because we control the 90% of infrastructure, housing in Lagos State. If I'm not mistaken, please, if I'm wrong, correct me. Anywhere they are, Lagos State government will never declare them illegal. So I can tell you categorically clear that this 176 estates Lagos government declared illegal is 176 estates belongs to the Igbos that Lagos State have declared illegal. I will tell you the names of the areas for you to know that is the area the Biafrans, the Igbos, domiciled more. Yes, that is exactly what is happening. So they have declared war against the Biafrans. Well, let me shock you again. They are declaring war because they want to make sure they push every Igbos out of Lagos State down to the southeast. Well, let me tell you this. Look at what is going to shock you. How they are programming to attack the Igbos, invade them, and make sure that they wipe out everyone in that Biafra land. Wanted terrorist Bello Tunji don't surrender arms and also free his captives. I repeat, in case you don't hear me well. Wanted terrorist Bello Tunji, they don't surrender to Nigerian government. This is the same person that Musa said they put 5 million naira bounty, 10 million naira bounty. The guy is organizing meeting. Even the police, military, NSCDC, land and air force are the ones who are scheduling them in those meetings. Now they don't force this guy now, say make him resign. They will give him one office so that he will continue his kidnapping and also his killings in southeast. My brother Bello Tunji now, they will give him a commander in army general. They will give him a general rank. Go and mark my word. And where they will post him, the name will never appear again. Then they will tell you that he have original name. They will go and do what they call change of identity for this guy now, and then put him in the army, push him down to one of the barracks in the southeast, and then he will continue from where he stopped in Zamfara, Sokoto, and the Castena with Kebbi State. You see, do you understand the logic now? Frustrate them, mark all their houses illegal, push them down to the southeast. Bello Tunji will be one of the commanders. Boko Haram terrorist army commanders in the southeast to carry out the plans to exhibit the plans. They have been waiting time to do it. Please don't say I talk too much. I'm trying to take my time to explain these things, because when you see a news like this, we need to understand what is happening. But we read the minds of all these foolish politicians or all these foolish bigotries. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have supplied more arms and ammunitions and more terrorist armies down to the southeast, more than Buhari did in 8 years, under 2 years. And still, yes, somebody will come tomorrow and tell me that Bola Ahmed Tinubu loved the Igbos, that they should vote for him in second time coming 2027. That person must have a mental disorder, or maybe the person is suffering for what they call migraine, or maybe the person's brain is empty. This is exactly what is happening. And I'm telling you, this one, whatever I'm hearing from a right source, don't forget that the ex-militaries who forced themselves out to retirement, young boys, are now the ones speaking out, telling you the plans these people have. Because they are the ones that have been given all these plans to go out there and execute. So whenever you see them on the internet, some people will say, no, because they never get anything in the army. That was why they come out now to sabotage the government. But that is not sabotage. If they are not saying the truth, if this is sabotage, government of Nigeria will have looked for them, jail them, and also take them to court for defamation. But they know all these guys are saying the truth. So make on my people, make on Amuranya. Abuja pastor accused of rape returns to pulpit days after claiming illness in court. I saw the man dancing, whining waist. Somebody they accused of rape of 14 years old minor. And he claims those to escape from the prison, he said he is ill, that they should grant him. They grant him. On Sunday, this guy was dancing, celebrating, even throwing party. Alcohol, champagne flying everywhere. These are the ones whom our children are looking on to as role models. My people, I beg, let us go straight to the reason why we're here. Don't say I talk too much, because now I'm doing my job. So your job is just to listen and make your own contribution to whatever message I brought to here. So don't say, a guy, you talk too much. If I hear him, I will call police for you. So, drop your opinion at the comment section. The Lagos state government has blacklisted 176 states in the Etiosa, Ekpe, Ibeju-Lekki, and Ajah axis of the state, which is all domiciled. 98% of people living there are all Igbos, Biafrans, core to the blood. Nigeria News report that this was disclosed by the permanent secretary of the Office of the Physical Planning, Oluwole Sotaya, in a statement released on Monday. The Lagos state government gave the owners of these estates 2 days ultimatum to submit the necessary documents needed to process their layout approvals. See the full list of the blacklisted 176 estates. Number one in their list, I will be reading it one after the other, so that if you know that you are within this area, my brother, just plan your way forward. Archer Homes said, Archer Homes, Elefane, Ibeju-Lekki local government area. Adron Homes, Shangisha and Ketu, Kosofo local government area. Ajiwe Gardens, Okunfa, Ibeju-Lekki LGA. Apples Garden Estate, Ogombo, Etiosa, LGA. Apples Park, Ado-Odo, Ibeju-Lekki, LGA. Beachfront Garden, Akodo, Ibeju-Lekki, LGA. Beach Housing Estate, Okonfa, Ibeju-Lekki, LGA. Brick and Bar Estate, Phase 1 to 3. Leme Campaign, Tropicana, and the rest of them. My brother, the names are many. If I'm going to read all these names, we are not going to end this news today. So please, I urge you to log on to www.nigerianews.com. Then you will get the news there. Or if you want the list of all the whole news, my brother, please hit me up at the comment section. Just comment. I need the link to have all the names of the 176 estates being blacklisted by Lagos state government. And I will quietly, gradually brought it to you, my people. So let us jump into another different news. Because 176, before I read them, Chiga Abona, notorious terrorist bandit Bello Tunji has surrendered some of his weapons and released 32 kidnapped victims. Nigeria News report that he took his action after a series of peace meetings with Islamic clerics in Zamfara State. The meetings held in July inside Fakai Forest in Shinkafi local government area were part of effort by residents seeking to return to their farms without fear. Discussions were led by cleric Musa Yusuf, also known as Asadus Suna, who said the talks were requested by the people of Shinkafi. They pleaded with Tuji to stop attacking farmers and allow safe passage into the forest for farming. During the talks, Tuji met with the clerics alongside his associates, including Dambakulu, Black Kanawa, and Malam Ela. All were present in the meeting, where are security chiefs? Contrary to rumors, Bakala is alive and was present at the meeting, but they claim they have killed him the other day. The group agreed to a peace deal and began surrendering weapons in stages. They also gave access to farmlands across the river leading to Tuji's base. As part of the agreement, 32 hostages, including women and children, were freed. Some of the captives have been held for months. One woman gave birth in the camp and another suffered a snake bite. A video was shown to confirm their release and the part they took out of the camp. Since the agreement, the Shinkafi area has been calm, with residents returning to their farms. According to Premium Times, while Tuji has not handed over all his weapons, the cleric who spoke during a religious meeting in Kaduna on Monday said this was to avoid exposing him to rival armed groups that may not support the peace. Okay? The cleric also cautioned others, especially religious leaders, against making online statements that could disrupt the current calm. He added that although the peace deal may not end all attacks in Zamfara, it has brought relief to the communities under Tunji's control. We met with Mr. Tuji, Dambakolo, Black Kanawa, and Madam Ella. The speculation that Dambakolo was killed is not true. These people are the ones terrorizing the Axis, and they all agreed to the peace proposals, one of which is for them to surrender some of their arms to show commitment to the peace process. They surrendered the arms in 3 phases at different times and allowed the residents of the Shinkafi to access their farms in the forest across the river heading to Mr. Tunji enclaves. We agree that the Fulanis must be allowed to go to town without being stereotyped or killed by the vigilante group. Mr. Tuji also released 32 kidnapped captives as part of the peace agreement, Mr. Yusuf said. Abuja pastor accused of rape have returned to altar and people were clapping. God have mercy. An Abuja-based pastor, Amos Issa, facing charges of raping a 14-year-old girl, has resumed his ministerial duties in his church. Issa, the founder and general overseer of Prophetic Voice of Fire Ministry International, Babalada Abuja, shared a video clip on social media on Sunday showing him leading an ecstatic congregation. According to Premium Times, the clergyman apprehended on 18 June spent more than 5 weeks in the custody of the Force Criminal Investigation Department of the Nigerian Police before the Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court in Abuja granted him bail on 25th of July. Judge Enobie Obano granted Issa bail based on his claim of suffering from pulmonary tuberculosis, which has progressively deteriorated into a severe form of obstructive airway disease. Issa claimed to have contracted the ailment during his detention. However, days after his release from custody, he was captured in a video circulating on social media showing him ministering to his church members after he was given an ecstatic welcome by the congregants. Checks by the aforementioned publication show that since his release, Issa has conducted church services on 31 July, 2nd and 3 August Sunday. From the video clips uploaded to his Facebook page, the Sunday service appeared to have drawn the largest crowd, with protocol men in suits joining hands to form a fence, keeping the jubilant congregants from besieging the pulpit. On 18 June, the police arrested the cleric for allegedly raping a 14-year-old minor who is member of the media unit of his church. In an interview with the publication mentioned above, at a hospital where she went to see a doctor, regarding post-assault conditions on 30th June. The teenager, whose name is withheld over stigmatization concerns, said she was raped on the 26th May but kept mum out of fear. She noted that Issa had invited the victims to his office where the incident occurred. She recounted her experience to her friend, who encouraged her to disclose the matter to her parents. After telling her parents, her father reported the issue to police. The victim mentioned that she started experiencing abdominal pain and bleeding a few weeks after the alleged ordeal. The police, after arresting him, subsequently charged him for 4 counts of rape, indecency, and violence. On July 22, he was arraigned before FCT High Court. When the charges were read to him, he pleaded not guilty. P2B, it is not enough to say I will be in power for 4 years. Femi Falana, now he talk this one. Human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has questioned the one-term pledge made by former presidential candidate Peter Obi. Nigerians report that Obi had on Sunday retreated his vow to serve for 4 years if elected president in 2027. The former Labour Party flag bearer insisted that he does not need 8 years to turn the country around, citing the leadership examples of Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, and Nelson Mandela's as justification for his pledge. Speaking during an interview on Channels Television on Monday, Falana asserted that pledging for a single term in power is not enough. Another problem confronting Nigeria is a nation is that it is not just enough to say I will be in power for 4 years. I will be in power for 8 years. What do you want to do there? He said. Falana also called on the federal government to focus on governance and involve the people in their policies. Falana said, as for those who are in power, you have a greater responsibility to concentrate on governance and consult with the people with respect to your policies so that nobody wakes up one day and say, I am going to rename the streets. Okay? According to Femi Falana. And anyway, in conclusion, I said earlier the presidency faulted Obi's pledge, stating that the ex-governor of Anambra State had misrepresented historical facts in his attempt to justify his one-time vow. In a statement titled Obi and His Wrong Examples, Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on information and strategy, said Obi failed history and context in drawing inspiration from the 3 late leaders. So, my people, when I don't see the whole thing, how it take be, what do you think concerning the matter we brought to the table? How are we going to mitigate it? Drop it in the comment section and make sure you like, you comment, and also share. Your opinion matters a lot. Please, if you never subscribe to my channel, I want you to do that ASAP. So that I rest my case on God.